spot I was in last night, all day yesterday actually. 12 hours yesterday on stand, saw one possible shooter, but too far out to even make the decision. And 3 doe, so I'm gonna sit here and grind it out. If I had the similar kind of action with it being warmer, I might move down to a different spot for the afternoon and then come back here in the morning again. But yeah, it's just that time of year where if I put in the hours in this spot, I know I can have an opportunity at a really good buck. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stay ready. Cut any time from very first light, then there's normally a little bit of a lull, and then from about 9 till 1, there's always the opportunity for a buck to be out cruising looking for does. So I'm just gonna stay ready and try not to take too many naps in the tree. It is 9:45 and I still have yet to see a deer. Not even one out at a distance or anything. I think my plan will be that if I don't see anything by 1 o'clock, I'll probably slip down and pull everything and try a different hillside. It's not to say that I want to be back here in the morning again and sit a long morning and do the same thing, but I'm just not having a lot of confidence in it with there being virtually no deer movement through it. I'll probably make a move and look for even more and fresher sign. Try to sit up there for the evening and see if anything changes. Okay, you guys, we're all set up. Just above some really thick, nasty bedding. There's some oaks here that I identified that still have their leaves, so they're pretty easy to identify from a distance. I've actually sat here before, in this relative area at least, and watched 3 or 4 bucks in just about an hour come right up out of this bedding and work their way uphill. Near the end of October, Cody ended up harvesting one of the bucks. So I know this spot has potential. I found 3 good rubs on the walk-in, including one that went right up that little ridge right there. So if anything's on this main trail here or coming down any of these ridges, I should have a good shot at them, especially in the saddle, being able to swing. And if they come out where they did last time, they'd be out here in front of me, and I should be able to make a couple of 30, maybe even 40. Probably got about a 40-yard shot into some of that too, so fingers crossed the trail's beaten down. There's oaks in here. Saw some caps and found some fresh scat walking in that was here, like made this morning, super soft. So fingers crossed that maybe he was cruising this edge, trying to wind check this bedding, and he's gonna do it again here. That time of year where it's only gonna take 1 deer, 1 right doe is all it's gonna take. So fingers crossed that she walks by and he's right behind her. Well, I just dealt with the 3rd guy this afternoon, and I know it's public, and I hate to be that guy that gets so frustrated about it, but I swear this guy's about as deaf as they come. He was here at about 100 yards, not even, and I whistled,
coughed, grunted, did everything without trying to be super loud. Thought he heard me because he stopped. Ended up just circling all the way up and around till he got about 150 yards that way. And now it took him until he got to about 100 yards again. And I had to yell, hey, at him. I had to yell it 3 times because after he stopped the first time, he couldn't pinpoint where I was, which I don't know how you can't tell. He wasn't even looking this way. He was looking downhill. Finally got his attention and he waved to me. And now he's just walking to the only place he hasn't walked, where I was hoping deer might come from. So, that's great. So, that's how my hunting is going so far. One guy walked right here, which luckily was a little bit earlier, so hopefully that doesn't completely ruin anything from going that way. Another guy walked in with about an hour and a half of light left with a chair and a crossbow, which is the only reason I actually hate crossbow. New York made a crossbow season, which is just an allowance of crossbows during archery season. But the problem is, people just throw like all caution to the wind and then just go walking around with them like it's gun season. I got no problem with people using them to hunt. It's almost to the point where I'd rather they just be allowed all season. Then it wouldn't be such a coup de grace, yeah, here we go type of thing once it opened up and have everyone come running into the woods like it's gun season. But now here I sit, so see how the rest of the night goes. I'm not really an optimistic person, but I'm lacking pretty much all optimism at this point. So, but who knows? Better things have happened to worse people, I'd say. Good morning, everybody. It is November the 9th. I don't have much to show for the last couple days, to be honest. I saw 6 people and 4 deer, so
nothing too exciting on that front, but what I can show, or might have already, depending on how I edit this video, is that I got into some deer last night. Had 2 yearlings come in and feed on hickory tree. Hickory nuts were falling, they're still falling. What I couldn't show is that probably 5 to 6 more deer came in the dark, and we're probably about 100 yards away, not even 60, 70 yards away, right around where I am right now. There's some beech nuts, hickory nuts, there's a lot of oaks up in here, so there's some good mass crop up in here. I've had some buck in here before. I've personally never shot anything here, but it wasn't that I couldn't. I just passed on some stuff, and actually Cody ended up shooting a nice 8-pointer that I had passed and worked up the ridge right towards it. So it's kind of a weird setup because I'm assuming the deer are going to come from below me, but yesterday they came from up above me, so I kind of had to be set up in a way that I could be prepared for both. But maybe my strong shot is the downhill. And just hope that I can use the tree to cover myself if they come up behind me. It's a lot warm. Oh, deer right here. Nice buck, nice buck. Smoked him. Smoked him. He doesn't even know he's hit. Doesn't even know he's hit. Come on, buddy. Go down right there. Go down right there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys. He's gonna go down right there. He's gonna go down right there. I hard shot him. I hard shot him. I hard shot him. I hard shot him. Come on, just go down, buddy. Go down, buddy. Go down, buddy. Come on, go down, buddy. shot him right next to a rub. That's my first. That's my first buck out of the saddle. First deer out of the saddle, actually. I had to swing all the way over there. Oh, you guys, I am so jacked up. I got perfect footage over the shoulder. You see the bow, you see the buck. Oh my gosh, that was so sick. I gotta be 25 feet up on this side, but only 10 foot up on this side. I got sick footage. I zoomed in on him down here. You got a good look at him. He came up here, shot it in 4K. I'm gonna be able to zoom in. Oh my God, that was freaking amazing. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna make it much longer, you guys. I might have to get out of the tree here. I might have to get down and go look at him. This is my best footage ever with the bow. That was so sick. I have hunted so hard this year. I'm so jacked for that deer. There's a chance that he's even maybe a little better than I thought. But I am just so jacked up. God. He was just cruising. I came up here. I told my dad, I said, don't leave deer to find deer. I was just telling you in the pre-interview. I saw a couple does up here yesterday. My buddy was sending me cam pictures of a nice group of bucks that were checking on his scrapes and stuff, and I told him, I said, I bet you those bucks got done with their first does and you're gonna be cruising looking for does. So I said, don't leave deer to find deer. Come right back to where you saw the most doe activity so far and go look for, try to get yourself a buck. And that guy came in right here to 27 yards. Okay, so that makes a little sense. I hit him a little bit lower than maybe where I was aiming, but I mean, it was perfect. It was right close to the elbow, right where it was tucked. As soon as he started step that leg forward, I just sent it, and I just pile drove him. Like I said, he maybe went, I bet you only went 20 yards if that. Got a little bit woozy, fell over, got himself reset, and then he ended up laying down and dying. But that's what people talk about with these fixed blades and stuff. They just zip through them so hard that they don't even know they're hit half the time. I'm hoping I can find my arrow. It should have just buried right in the ground right there, but I just totally just crushed him. I don't know. There ain't nothing better than sitting next to a deer when the sun comes up, so I might not make it too much longer. Yes, thank you, Lord. Every single time I get into the tree stand, I love my family, I love my dog Rucker, I love everything, but every time I get into the tree stand, I kiss the arrow, and I say, be with me, buddy, be with me, Bailey. That was my first dog, and I got his dog tags in my backpack, and every time that I've had anything good happen to me in the deer woods, those tags are with me. He's my guardian angel, and I just smoked that deer right there. I've never doubled, but there's a lot of does still trying to come in. There's a nice, pretty good sized doe right here. She makes her way up here. I'm gonna shoot her. They're hitting all these hickories, but I think my scent is still dropping. That's the issue. I think that they'd come up to these bigger hickories. I think that they'd come up to these bigger hickories. They're more in my shooting range, but they're staying down low. This one is feeding up though, so keep an eye on her. Okay, everybody, I just got down. That's where I was.
Had to do this, jump onto that branch, get onto that, and get a little bit higher because you can see up here's way higher. I shot that buck. He was coming over the top of that point right there. He worked his way straight up. Got a rub right here. Last night I sat right over there in that tree. Sat right in that tree. And I noticed that there were some rubs. There's a big hickory right here that they were eating on. And there was rubs coming up this way. Like I said, there's a rub here now that I'm just noticing. And then there's another rub right up there, up near where he died. The reason I moved from there, which I would have never got a shot at this buck if I didn't, is because I could only shoot this trail here. I could have shot all the does this morning if I was there, but I noticed there's a lot of doe activity up here dropping down. So I figured if that buck came out of that bedding, which I'd seen multiple different bucks do, they came right up through here. They crossed across all these trails and kept moving their way up. So I figured if I sat here, it gave me a 28-yard shot to the main trail down here that had some sign on it last night, and it puts me right on him right here, which worked out perfect because I shot him 27 yards right there. But we're gonna go look at him now. Gonna find the arrow though first. Okay, that's the tree I was in. He was standing right here somewhere. There he lays, but I don't know where my arrow is. I might just come back and find it, because he's laying right here. And he's even better than I thought he was. He might be a 10-pointer, you guys. Nope. Oh my gosh. You guys, I shot my first 10-pointer. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Oh yes, split brow tine, 10-pointer, completely smoked this buck. Look at that. Would you look at that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Split brow tine, a freaking 10-pointer. Yes. Oh my gosh, I made a perfect shot on that deer. He didn't suffer at all. Here's my exit. And the entrance must have been perfectly right on his shoulder. Oh my gosh, you guys. I shot my first 10-pointer. I knew he was good. I thought he was better than an 8, but yes, I got him. Oh, thank you, good Lord. We got him, he didn't suffer. What a great deer. Oh my gosh, that is a great buck. I'm so happy I didn't pass on that deer. Oh, I'm gonna try to find my arrow and then look at this deer some more. Alright everybody, here he is, my 2021 archery deer here in New York. He's a 10-pointer, got an awesome split brow tine on this side, and he's got, you know, just a regular 10-point side on that side. I know that a couple other people actually had said something about this deer. I wasn't necessarily up here just trying to kill this deer, but I was blessed to have this deer walk by this morning. Like I had talked about on the interview, this deer came into an area where I noticed some other does that came into because there was a big hickory mass crop that was coming in. And so I came back into here thinking, hunt where the deer are. What would I do if I was hunting out of state or something like that? And I'd say, stay where the deer are. So instead of just going somewhere where I knew there was a chance because I had hunted it before, I decided to come here. And he offered up a 27-yard shot, and I made it count. Made a perfect shot, hit him right behind the shoulder, exited on the back rib there, and he didn't even know he was hit, as you saw. He went down within 20 yards maybe, and it was a really quick, ethical kill. That's what we always ask for. So thank you as always for watching, you guys. If you didn't see anything else on this, there's a bunch of stuff on my Instagram, so go follow me on @hittingthedream. Like and subscribe to this so you don't miss anything else. And as always, can't wait to see you hit your mark.